We are live in three, two, one. We are live in three, two. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to meeting number 279 of Bright Beginning Toastmasters. And I would like to, first of all, wish all of you a happy anniversary because our club has turned 6 years old. With that, I would like to set some ground rules for the meeting today. Please do not refer to any topics that are controversial related to sex, religion, politics, etc. Please keep your phones on silent. Please keep yourselves on mute. And do not have any conversations in the chat while somebody is speaking. Feel free to raise your hands if you want to speak up. And let's have an incredible meeting today. With that, I call meeting number 279 to an open. And I hand over the stage to Presiding Officer Toastmaster Aryan. Welcome, everybody. Today we have a new project that we are trying to do. We have two T mods, T mod 1 Shaunak Mathur and T mod 1 Sanskar Mitra. Both of them will be doing an interesting theme that we know very little about because we thought, as the 6 year anniversary for the club, there is something grand that should be happening, something interesting we should be trying, and I'm excited to see what happens. Now, before we begin, I would like to have a conversation with a couple of our guests here. Hi, Atufa. Maybe we'll speak to you first.
Oh, hi, Aryan.
Hi. Just wanted to talk to you about what you are expecting for the meeting today. Since this is your second meeting, any thoughts?
So, I'm looking forward to see how this club functions and get to know the roles more because last time I was just figuring out कि क्या हो रहा है and all. So this time I'm looking forward to know about the roles, what all roles are there, how it's functioning, and how do you assign roles and like what is the role of every participant like in meetings, how it changes and everything like that. Yeah.
All right, great. I hope you learn a lot. And with that, I'll hand over the stage to co-Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sanskar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan. Birthdays really are warm and special. And no matter how old we get, the joy of celebrating it with people is unmatched. Don't you think, Shaunak? Would you also like to share a memorable memory with us as well?
Well, thank you so much, Toastmasters class, for bringing up this such an interesting topic. Now, before I start on that, may I request our presiding officer, Toastmaster Aryan, today, to first explain the construct of the meeting, how it's structured all the while. I mean, how this overall meeting structure follows, and then we can take this start with the theme. Would that be okay?
Sure, so meeting will flow in three sections as usual. The first section will be prepared speeches. We have one speaker, we have Toastmaster Vineet. After that, we have the second section of the meeting, which is the table topic section, where everybody will be called upon to do some impromptu speaking. And then we'll have the third section, which is the evaluation section, where we will evaluate the speakers, evaluate the whole meeting, and learn about the mistakes or about the pieces, about the areas we have where we can work on. And that's how we flow through the meeting. Prepared speeches, impromptu, and then evaluation. Back to you, Timot.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. Now, may I request Atufa and Toastmaster Anshuman to turn on their cameras first, because I want to see the smile on your faces when when we talk about the today's theme, because that resonates well with each one of us very personally. Believe me. So, Atufa and Anshuman, would you please turn on your cameras? Thank you so much. Birthdays. Now, when we talk about birthdays, what comes to your mind? Let me share this first. When I was a kid, the idea of even having your birthday coming was so interesting and gives you an adrenal rush. You used to think about it. Okay, you used to count on calendar. Okay, my birthday is these many days away, these many days away. And the whole excitement of birthday was to see so many people at your place, your friends, your near and dear ones, and the gift that you're going to get, the cake you're going to eat that day. Because when I was a kid, the having a cake was a luxury. It was not like today's world where you're ordering anything on Zomato or Swiggy at any point of time. That was actually a luxury. Having your favorite food, getting new clothes was a luxury. It was time bound. It was not the case where you are scrolling Amazon or Myntra and order anything impromptu. No. And that's the thing that used to give the real pleasure, a sense of happiness. And I still memorize those memories when I used to see all my near and dear one around me sitting at one place, enjoying chit chatting away from internet, gadgets. That was a real feeling in the bonding I had shared, and that still resides today. Your favorite cheat meals were samosas, fries, chips. I still love that feeling. I can feel that taste of those things. Whereas today you have plenty of things, but you really don't enjoy it. So that happiness I miss as we have progressed. For sure, our way of celebrating birthdays have changed. In teenage age, this was like going to pubs, clubs with friends all around. Moving into a later age, you're spending time with the families, and once you move further, it's like, okay, it's for your kids or for your families for the sake of it. You're happy being in a very close group, a small cake cut followed by a family dinner. That gives you a pleasure. So that definition of birthday changes, but one thing that remains the same is the happiness and the contentment that comes with your birthday. I can still memorize the day when my friends were there. I was, fighting with my parents. I want to take them out, whereas my parents wanted to celebrate my birthday at home because they even wanted to invite their friends and family members. Whereas it was not possible if I go out with my friends. So that plan was not shaping up. And I used to show that I have now grown up. I have my own company. I want to celebrate my birthday the way I wanted. So that was a very funny conversation that had happened. Eventually, I had to agree to their terms and conditions and celebrate my birthday at home. But eventually, I didn't regret that because even I invited all my friends there and it was fun. And that's how we had celebrated all the birthdays till the time, I moved out and all. But that was my story. I am very keen and interested to know about your stories of your birthdays. So why not start with Toastmaster Nancy? Toastmaster Nancy, what's your profound and the most interesting memory of your birthday that you would like to share with all of us? Toastmaster Nancy? Well, by the time Nancy comes, let's start with Toastmaster Vineet. Toastmaster Vineet, what's your most memorable memory or incident of about your birthday that you would like to share with all of us?
Hmm. Last, if I could remember, it was in the college time when, on my birthday, I actually celebrated my birthday 15 times in a day. I was not even expecting that, but when you're college, you have many subgroups, right? And being part of the cultural team, you had many more fan groups also. So that particular day when I entered into college on a surprising note, I was cutting cake in every hour while I was in the college. That was my best memory of my birthday. If I remember it, any other memory, I don't have anything particularly. But yes, in school time, there used to be very good tradition. Like after in the morning session when teacher announced that today is Vinny's birthday, everybody stand up and clap. So then At that point of time, I used to have that packet of candy, which I go to my teacher and offer it to her, ma'am, please have the candy. It's my birthday. And take permission, ma'am. I would like to uh, give these candies to all of the teachers around the school, and ask and take a permission that I would like to take one of my friend with me. And then at that moment, all of my friends just keep an eye on me that he will choose me, he will choose me. And that moment, it is very difficult for you to choose one of them, because later on you will get blame. Oh, you didn't choose me. Now you're not my friend. At that point, you are losing one friend, but you are making another friend. And then you go to your go around your school and distribute chocolates, candy in your each of the class to each of the teacher. That day, everybody knows you, and that was a special moment. That was a special moment. I'll never forget about it. That makes you special around the school that particular day. In those 50 classes, everybody knows you that today is his birthday. Yeah, that's what about me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinny. That was really, interesting to know about it. And I have the same story when when we were in school. We used to get a pair or boy or friend to choose along with us. Where you can go to other classes and distribute those sweets. And there was a race. Who you will pick from the group of friends. So I can still correlate with that. So, Atufa, would you like to share your story of your birthday with all of us?
Yeah. So basically, my fondest memory of my birthdays are like one when which I celebrated in my college days, but it was in a hostel, so it was a girls' hostel, you know. So we partied all night, and when our warden came, she was like, "कि क्यों शोर मचा रखा है?" and all, and then we said, कि "It's her birthday," ऐसे से. So she said, "It's okay." So we were partying till 4, and it was like it was so special. And after that, COVID happened, and for so many years, I couldn't celebrate my birthday the way we used to celebrate in college. And yeah, so I still reflect on to that, and I really miss those days. And it's my birthday tomorrow, by the way. So yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Advanced birthday wishes, and we'll make
Thank
sure to
you.
wish you on your special day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let's move on to the next part of the story, and let's continue with our other members to know about their special day. I would like to hand it back to to our Toast Mike partner for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sanskar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaunak. I think that was a really wonderful way of sharing your birthday and getting all of us engaged in this conversation as well. While along the lines, before I start, I want all of us to share their birthdays in the chat, and we can all know when we can celebrate. You know. And now, along the lines, my birthdays, I always remember that one birthday when we all used to when my parents used to invite all the other kids from the neighbors from my schools, and we used to come together, and by joining us at 4 p.m. we would play till around 6 p.m. doing nothing, just having those gifts collected and now going to the ground and celebrating me. And after 6 p.m. it used to be snacks time and then dinner, which was the most happening thing I was waiting for. And I used to wait for the sweets and all the snacks to be served while I was having conversation with my friends, family, all seated around the table. I can still feel I still can remember those days and those yellow plates in where you have three sections, those sections in which you can have one section you have snacks, the other you have sweets, and we are all having chat and having a good time. Now, aside than this, I feel that growing up for all of us, birthdays are getting so normalized. Like it's like any other day. But I still feel that when I remember celebrating my niece's birthday, and this house was in Mumbai, and as we all know, the apartments are so claustrophobic, and having 20 children invited for my nieces, their parents also invited, and our family as well. And the whole room going dark just before the cake is being cut. Only the candle which is getting lit up and the birthday girl to be shown. And I said to myself, boss, this is how it is, it should be celebrated. Whole hand to my heart. And with that, I believe we can give all Toastmaster Bob. I would like to now have you share your experience as well. Toastmaster Bob.
Yes, Sanskar. So this is about the birthday, right?
Yes.
So my favorite,
Your birthday.
not my birthday. So my recollection is not about my birthday. My favorite birthday moment it was back in 2018 when my dad had just turned 60. So what we had as we'd actually planned was we sent him away with the kids. The kids had taken him out to roam around, like to some place so that he was away from the home for about 5, 6 hours. And in the meantime, we got together and we planned a party for him, and we did all the decorations and the tent and all of that. And the idea was we actually invited his school friends, so whoever we could get in touch with. So these are the people that he had actually given his class 10 exams with. So we got them together and we invited them over. And when my dad came back after taking his grandchildren out for some time off, and he entered, and right in front of him, like they were all of his friends from his school times, that people that he hadn't met for the last 40, 45 years. And that expression that he had and that joy that he had was, I mean, the best moment um, for me, like for any birthday celebration. Like, I mean, my dad is not a very emotional person; he doesn't really show his emotions very quickly. And that was like one of the very few times actually when I've seen him actually show any emotions. So for me, that's basically the best moment of any birthday celebrations, better than all of my birthdays combined. Thank you. Back to you, Sanskar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. Even if it's not your birthday, we still loved the experience. And I think we can all cherish the moment where we are celebrating only one person and he is getting his life. He's celebrating his day. Well, Toastmaster Sanskar, which is me, and Toastmaster Shaunak today discussed that how birthday should be celebrated with people, with friends. Very different times. Toastmaster Shaunak being very old than me, and me being a young generation, but still having the time of having to experience and share the same occasion. I think it is really great. And what about you, Toastmaster Shaunak?
Excuse me, Toastmaster Sanskar. You being young, I'm being old. Who said? Just because I have some gray hairs?
No, I didn't mean it like that. So,
Feeling so offended. I thought you and me are a party. You and me are a team. Yes, but good thing you get both the perspectives. Me being a millennial, you being a Gen Z, we can show how things have shaped up with time. So let's start with our first speaker today. Toastmaster Vineet Madan, are you up for it?
Would you like to call
So,
on GE first?
okay, my bad. My apologies, Toastmaster Aryan. Let's invite RG to come and explain the role of a general evaluator and introduce to his tag team to take up various roles and what each of the role player is going to play. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanak. And I am responsible for the evaluation section of today's meeting, and I am accompanied by a tag team who will be helping me evaluate the whole meeting. that is the timer and the language evaluator. And I would like to call them upon the stage one by one to brief you about their role. First, I'll call upon the stage my timer, Toastmaster Nancy, to explain her role. Nancy, you are on mute.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Arjun. For the timer role, for the table topic, the timing will be I'll raise the green card for 1 minute. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card, and additional 30 seconds will be the grace time to wrap up. And speeches will be at 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Additional 30 seconds will be the grace time to wrap up. And evaluations. So at 2 minutes, I'll raise green card. 3 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card, and 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Additional 30 seconds would be the grace time. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy. And now I would like to call upon the language evaluator, Toastmaster Anshuman, to explain his role as grammarian and accounter. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan. In my role of a grammarian as part of the language evaluator role, I'll be evaluating the good usages and not so good usages of phrases and words today morning. And my duty as a grammarian is also to share the word of the day. The word of the day today is heyday. So, heyday refers to the period of one's great popularity, vigor, or prosperity. It is usually used in the singular. For example, in its heyday, the circus was a major form of entertainment for a small town. Also, in its heyday, Bright Beginning Toastmasters held a lot of great hybrid in person meetings, which it strives to continue to do today. So, I request us to use the word of the day, heyday, a lot in our respective roles and speeches today. Also, my role is to be an aha counter. As an aha counter, I'll be noting down the usages of filler words and sounds which are not appropriate for any of our roles or speeches. For example, I request us to all to minimize the usage of such filler words or sounds so that our for example, use a long pause right now, it should be avoided and minimize that usage throughout the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for the brief. And with that, I believe we are ready for the evaluation section, and I'll hand it over back to the team.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. So today, our first speaker, Toastmaster Vineet, is going to touch upon a very serious topic which effectively resonates well with all the corporates who are working today. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Vineet to deliver a prepared speech. The title of the speech is Illusion of Work-Life Balance. Illusion of Work-Life Balance, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shonak. Today morning, I was just thinking, how do I come in front in the time of trouble? I was supposed to be number two for my speech, again at number one because number one dissed out. Thank you, Aryan. Okay, guys. So, illusion of work-life balance. I'll start with talking what happened in our previous session. Like Toastmaster Shonak, you were not there. One of our member last week talked about how she has been struggling to manage her work-life balance because her work schedule has completely taken over her days. And we all listened to her. And I actually realized she's not alone. Most of us have gone through this, exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed. And that made me asking this genuine question. What exactly is this work-life balance we all are trying to achieve? What is it? Because if it is something very critical and important for all of us, why this was never taught to us? There was no chapter in school, there was no class in college. and definitely no corporate orientation when we are working. Instead, we all grew up, studied, jump into jobs, got married, take responsibility, and hoping that one day we will figure it out ourselves. And if not, someone would come and say, you just need to balance better. Balance better? What does that mean, balance better? Is it like a volume button that I can rotate left and right and it will be balanced? Or it's like a mobile button that I'll just do up, down to change the brightness of my phone so that it is comfortable for my eyes? No, it doesn't work like that. So while growing up or while working, we all imagine life is a beautiful equation, like working 8 hours, sleeping 8 hours, and just personal life 8 hours. Perfect, symmetrical. But in reality, does it work like that? No. You work for 10 hours, 2 hours you go for a call boss, 2 hours call from the boss, 2 hours in the traffic if you're staying in the tier one cities, and 2 hours recovering from that traffic, 1 hour overthinking, then 1 hour scrolling to the social media. Sleep 5 hours, personal life dot 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 nowhere. And then someone would say, yeah, you should have adjusted better. And I laugh thinking adjusting better, it is as simply as someone is saying to a table topic speaker, everything was good, you just need to speak confidently. And I said, yes, thanks, that helps nothing. So here is the truth I have realized, it is actually an illusion. Work life balance is not some kind of 50-50 kind of a distribution that I allocate this much time to this much time to this. No, it is like a shifting rhythm. Have you seen the waves in the sea? Sometimes it goes up very high and sometimes it goes way behind the even the beaches. It doesn't even touch the beaches. Life is like that. I'll give you another analogy. Have you seen that tightrope walker who just take that stick and try to balance on that rope and just walk from one end to another end? He never is perfectly still. He's not like this. No, never. Sometimes he lean left, sometimes right, sometimes front. He try to correct himself all the time. But what we expect from ourselves? To stand straight, holding two watermelon on our shoulder and smiling for our LinkedIn photo so that someone will hire us. Balancing is not about being static. It's all about being dynamic. Some days some days work will demand more, some days family will demand more, and someday you need a break. And by that note, today Netflix few new movies are coming in. Don't forget to watch. You also need a break. If I tell you my personal story, I'll being very honest. For in my decade experience, I had never actually consciously think about work-life balance. Never. I heard this word and this concept many times, never understood it, and never even thought about it. I kept it very simple. If I work, I give my 100% to work. If I'm with my family, I give my 100% to family. Why do we want to complicate this? Why do you want to divide into ratios 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours? No charting, no guilt. I know why it has been working for me, because it was not the balance I was doing. It was my presence. Wherever I am, I try to be fully there. When I'm working with full focus, I'm at peace. When I'm in family with full attention, I'm also at peace. It's never been about dividing your time equally. There is no equilibrium here. It was about giving yourself completely to the moment you are in. So, what is the problem? Now we know that it's an illusion. What are we chasing? What is the problem here? The problem is not about we are lacking the balance. The problem is the guilt trap we all are living in. Taking a work call over a family dinner, you will get into a guilt. Missing the work call over a dinner, you will get into a guilt. Missing the Toastmasters session, triple guilt. Three of my member will message me next day morning, you didn't join, you missed this, you missed that. Guilt trap. So we actually are not short on balance. We are overloaded with expectations, too many expectations. And expectations create guilt, and guilt destroy your peace, inner peace. So what actually works? What actually works for you? If you want to live at peace, not rest in peace while you're living, I follow the simple mantra. I follow three, four things. I'll share with you, and I'm definitely sure it can work for you as well. We should first we should strive for integration, not separation. Don't actually think work here, life there. Ask how they can coexist without fighting with each other. Second, like our one of our members also said in our previous meeting, create boundaries, not walls. Boundaries tend to bend if you want. They can stretch a little bit. Walls are rigid, they can break down. For example, saying it very simply, I'll finish this task first thing tomorrow morning can simply save your evening to be ruined. Third is presence over perfection. Like I talked about, it has always been about being where are you present. That's the biggest rule. Instead of spending 3 hours with your family, you can spend 1 hour which is full of quality. Instead of sitting 3 hours with them and just scrolling over your phones individually and not talking to each other. That doesn't make any sense. Strive for priorities, not for pressure. Every day when you wake up, ask yourself this question: today, what demands my energy the most? Remember, energy I'm talking about, not talking about the time, it's your energy. So there will be seasons where work will dominate, and there will be seasons where family needs you more. And there will be seasons when you need yourself the most and take out time for your well being also. So, work life balance is not something you achieve every day, it is something you create over weeks, months, year, just like in our Toastmaster sessions. Improvement happens session by session over time, not overnight. So, my fellow Toastmaster, instead of choosing the perfect work life balance, let us chase something more real, more human. Be fully present wherever you are. Give yourself the best to what matters you for that particular day. And most importantly, forgive yourself for other imbalances in your life because you are a human, not a robot or an algorithm which can divide your time equally. And remember, goal is not balancing these two halves, work and life. The goal is to build a meaningful life for yourself. And thank you. That's it. Back to you, Timod.
Toastmaster
What
Shana, would
a
you like to take over?
what a
Yeah.
brilliant narration. Very well explained. Well, if we go about the heydays when our fathers and forefathers were working, there was a complete segregation between 8, 8, 8. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of family time or your own personal time, and 8 hours of work. When I talk about today, it's up to us, which you clearly explained, Toastmaster Vineet, how we split this 888. Now, the way it's splitted, we are doing personal work in between our office works and doing office work in between our personal lives. Majority of our sleeping time is going into our gadgets and all. So it's up to us how we really split it and what is the actual definition of work-life balance. So kudos to you. So let's continue with our conversation on birthdays. I still wanted to hear the story about the birthdays and the excitement and the beautiful experiences that has come along with it. So why not talk about it from our Toastmaster Aryan?
I cannot think of a very prominent birthday memory. There is one that comes to mind. I believe it was maybe somewhere between my 5th to 10th birthday. And I had a birthday party at home, and there were all these children that came over. And after they went away, there was this whole huge amount of gifts on the dining table. And then we all sat down, let's see what is there in these gifts. And I began unpacking those gifts. I was so excited. And my siblings were there. I'm in a joint family, so I have three siblings. And I'm so excited. I got all of these presents. And then we began discussing that, okay, this gift we should give to my sister, and that gift we should give to my brother. And I was like, no, this is all mine. I want all the gifts. And after a lot of conflict, some of the gifts had to be sacrificed to my siblings. But ever since that time, I would also get the gifts from their birthdays, and that is my most notable birthday memory. Back to you, Team Mud.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. Toastmaster Anshuman, would you like to share your experience of your birthday memory?
Yes, Toastmaster Shaunak, I think the childhood days inviting the neighborhood friends, and then the return gifts in the form of stationery, uh, like geometry, like especially I think the geometry components differentiated the stationery from the others. I think the simplicity of the cake, just having that vanilla cake year over year, and those are the aspects which are the original OG birthday for me. Now it's become more budget intensive, hi-fi, but those simplicity, I think nothing can beat that simplicity.
It totally resonates well with my thought. Whereas majority of the time we used to get same gifts from different people, and we used to wonder, okay, let's say if we have two, three similar gifts, let's keep it and we'll pass it to someone else on their birthdays. Geometric gifts, books, pencil boxes were the most common of the things you used to get, or snakes and ladder. Yeah, but if you recollect it back now in those heydays when you were a child, you still feel good about it. That gives you a good vibe when you think about it. Whereas, no matter how extravagant birthday you celebrate, it's just like, yes, you're doing just to, for the sake of celebration, inviting, spending money, bringing all sort of luxury. But I personally feel I don't get that natural happiness in spite of doing everything I can. What's your take on that? I would like to know from you. I mean, do you still feel the same, the small amount of happiness with small amount of celebration that I mean, let me correct myself. The extreme happiness that you used to get to with whatever amount of celebration you were doing when you were a child, can that match today's expectation, or that happiness that you used to get in spite of doing everything, going to fancy restaurants, inviting hundreds of friends, or getting most of the expensive gifts that you can think of? Does that really give you that level of happiness or satisfaction compared to what the way you used to celebrate and what you used to do now? Toastmaster Nancy.
I Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just an open question, anyone can answer that.
No, it was definitely a great time, I would say. So if I talk about the birthday celebration I had, it is heyday for us, for everyone, I would say. And it was my 12th birthday. I mean, that time it used to happen that not every year we are celebrating. It's just that in 3 or 4 years we used to celebrate once. And on 12th birthday I called my friends at home, so I was waiting at 5 p.m. in the evening. That was the birthday time, and I was waiting on the road that they will be coming. So around 5 they reached on their cycles and reached at home. So it was not that we are calling some event manager. It was just that we had to plan on the spot, that somebody would crack a joke or somebody would dance. It used to happen like this. And the food that we used to have, it was samosa and gulab jamun and that cake. Nowadays it is replaced by pizzas and cookies. But that was definitely a great time, because that, I mean, everything was planned by us, not by the event managers. So it was definitely great.
Now, when you talked about samosa, I need to devour on that. That it's on my mind since yesterday. Let's hear another round of story. Yeah. So, Toastmaster Nancy, I mean, you really explained it well, and I think most of us resonate well. This is how we used to celebrate, and the amount of happiness that we used to get. But now, moving further, going further ahead, I would like to, pass it back to our Toastmaster of the day today to begin with the table topic session. Who is the table topic master for today's meeting?
Toastmaster Bob.
I'm the table topic master for today. Can we have, can I get, I think I might be able to, okay, I can share my screen. So, ladies and gentlemen, for today's session, I'm going to be your table topic master, and I have a bunch of topics prepared for this session. For those who are new to Toastmasters, table topic session is that time of the meeting where I will be presenting a topic and you will get 2 minutes to speak on that topic. This is the only session in Toastmasters where guests can also participate. That is, non-members can also participate during the session. Who's the timer? Toastmaster Nancy will be showing a yellow flag at 1.5 minutes, a green flag, no, green flag at 2 minutes, and a red flag at 2.5 minutes.
Sorry, just to correct, 1 minute green card, 1.5 minute yellow card, and 2 minutes red card.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's been such a long time I've done this. Yes, so 1.5, and 2 minutes should be showing the cards as Toastmaster Aryan has mentioned. At 2.5 minutes, you will be disqualified. Yes. So I'm going to share my screen, and the topic is going to be so that's the topic. Who would like to speak on it?
I would like to
Anyone?
nominate Toastmaster Sonak.
Sonak, Toastmaster Sonak. The stage is yours.
A group of highly enthusiastic people cheering for their team. There is a football match going on between two teams, and this particular set of people are cheering their team. They are highly enthusiastic people and want to cheer their team so that they can perform best to their abilities and win this match. The people are so excited and passionate about this play that you can see it from their faces. There is a huge crowd who is cheering for their teams. Go on, go on, go on, shoot the goal, where each and every player is getting motivated with the backing of so many people. And I can see when you get such a great backing, people cheering for you, that gives you and prompts you to, give your best and perform to best of your abilities. That's what I see from this picture. Are you all motivated in your life? I am. If you are not, it's time to get up and motivate yourself. Motivate yourself, motivate the people you love. Thank you.
Awesome. Great take, Toastmaster Sona. You could hear the sound as well, right?
No,
No?
I,
You
I
didn't
couldn't
get the
hear.
sound?
I just saw that picture.
Okay. How do I share with the sound then?
Maybe you share that, and
When you
if was that a video?
Yes.
when you click
Maybe
on
that.
share, there is a checkbox on the side. It says share sound.
Okay. So who's up for the next one?
Toastmaster Vineet.
Toastmaster Vinith. So here is your topic. Did you get the sound?
Yeah.
Okay,
Got the
Yes.
awesome.
sound.
So Toastmaster Vinith.
Kids' laughter. Without these laughter, your home is not home. Today, actually, right when we are sitting, I have just realized that my son is not at home. Because whenever he's at home, our home is a more of a laughter house. He keep on doing all those silly things and we just look at him and laugh. Other day, he just pick a bottle and throw it on the floor. I just scolded him. And what he did, he actually went into a room, closed the door, and started laughing. I thought he was crying. I just tried to open the door and saw what he's trying to do. He was laughing there. Just 2 years kid, he's laughing. I was so surprised to the kind of silliness or mischiefs these kids today can do. They actually lighter the environment around you. All the bigger problems which are going around in your life, in your head, all the expectation and everything, they just snap away with their laugh. Kids are very important, and actually they tell you you need to live your life happily. Problems will come and go. What you should not forget, that there is a actually a kid inside you as well. So you should live your life happily and continue laughing and playing with your kid as well. Yeah, that's what about. Thank you, Toastmaster Bob.
Awesome. Thank you, Vinith. So who's up for the next topic? And the idea is that the sound, the video, whatever emotion it basically brings within yourself. So it does not need to be really on the topic, as in like kids playing. So you do not talk about kids playing, but if there's any emotions that it generates, you can talk about the emotions as well. What it makes you feel. So who's up for the next one? Toastmaster Nancy seems she's ready to go. Awesome. So here is your topic. Yes, Toastmaster Nancy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. It is raining. What a beautiful weather it is. I remember the days it used to rain, and we used to create, we used to make boats with papers, and those boats used to float on water. And on the other side, we used to play with our friends. it was just a wonderful feeling to be into the rain. And now when I see that my kids do that same, just that instead of boats they just ride cycle and they just play with the friends. But it is a wonderful, wonderful weather in all 12 months. What I like that it rains. So that's all. Back to Toastmaster Bob.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy. Up next, I only have two more topics. So,
You can give
Yes.
our guest
Give
a
to
chance
Atufa.
as well. To be Toastmaster Atufa, maybe you would like to take one topic.
Yeah.
yes, Ms. Atufa, would you like to give it a shot?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, please.
Awesome. So, let me just prepare the topic for you and then I will. Okay, I'm sharing it now with sound effect. So the second part wasn't the topic, the first one. Atufa, the stage is yours.
Okay, so I think it was something about tea or chai, you can say, as Indians. So I think this is the only drink in the world that has the power to fix everything: heartbreaks, headache, humidity, and like everything. So everything is like whenever we are in any situation, we're like pehle ek chai. So most of us are like pehle ek chai, फिर उसके बाद देखते हैं like somebody comes up with the problem कि कुछ ऐसे ऐसे like they're facing some issue. We're like let's have a chai first, and anything before doing anything important, we are like chai first. So yeah, so chai is an emotion.
Anything else you'd like to add, like your favorite experience meeting together with your friends for a cup of tea or coffee?
Yeah, so after our classes in our college days, we would go for chai in the evening and get our table and everything. So that was the most favorite part of the day when we'll sit for the chai in the evenings.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Tufa. So the last topic for the day, who would like to take it on?
I would like to take the topic, and after
Oh,
this, I would like a crowd funded topic towards Toastmaster Anshuman as well. I have an idea.
okay. So for you, it's going to be a little bit uh, jarring topic. Toastmaster Aryan, your topic.
Just about 4 or 5 months ago, I saw an actual horror movie for the first time. I was having a night stay with a friend of mine, and we both watched this movie called Smile. What happens in Smile? People get psychologically possessed by this demon that lives only inside their mind, and you have visions of people just so creepily smiling at you. And then I was scared, and then we fell asleep. In the middle of the night, I feel very hot. I don't know why. I think we should turn on the AC. And I turn around and I want to wake him up. But he's looking the other way. And I keep trying to wake him up, keep trying to wake him up, but he just won't wake up. It's completely dark. It's like 4 in the morning. And all I have is visions that he's going to turn around and he's going to be smiling at me. Everything is dark. That's all I see. And that sound effect explains to me what I think of when I watch a horror movie. Recently, I have been comparatively devoid of it, unburdened by it. But whenever I watch a horror movie, all I see in my sleep, all I see in the dark is that sound effect, that face, creepy people smiling at me, and I cannot explain the feeling that it gives me. It's very weird when, I don't know, I go downstairs at the night, everything is dark. Even if the fridge makes a noise, I'll be incredibly scared. Oh no, there's a zombie here. There's a creepy guy smiling at me right behind me. And that's the sound effect for me. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. And with that, we come to the end of the table topic session. I'd like to hand the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sonak and Toastmaster Sanskar. I know Toastmaster Aryan wanted to give a group topic to Toastmaster Anshuman, so the stage is all set for that as well.
All right,
Unfortunately,
Toastmaster
I
Anshu.
need to leave now, so I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Bob. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Okay. I believe Toastmaster Shanak, have you taken a topic?
Yes, I was the first one.
Okay. It seems Toastmaster Anshuman does not want to take a topic in my personal chat. I did have a
I
very special.
can I can have a go.
You can have a go. Okay, I had a specially challenging topic for Toastmaster Anshuman. I hope you can hear my phone.
Okay.
This is your topic.
Hmm. Wait. Uh,
Can you not hear?
uh,
No, you cannot
I
hear.
cannot hear actually. I cannot.
Now, shall I give a topic to Toastmaster Sanskar, Toastmaster Aryan?
Can anybody hear? Or should I put it down on
Uh,
the laptop?
wait.
No, can't really hear that.
Give me just 1 second.
Okay, if it's interesting, I'd actually like to listen. So let's go.
Now you should be able to hear. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanskar.
All right. So with the music and the video, I was able to relate it to the most relatable fact that my college is just near a farm site. And whenever I'm having a class, there is a moo sound just coming from the background. And with the noise, with just Aryan just now played, I was able to, yeah, I could remember something. Oh, remember that one lecture? Yeah, the cows moo coming right from my behind, and my teacher going, yeah, I think this is just a normal case in terms of our college. We have to kind of bear with it, and I will take it as a relaxing sound. And and we laughed. We when that thing, when that moo just came in background, and my teacher said that, yeah, we can have a. We just kind of took a pause because it was really disturbing. We took a pause, and my teacher said, let's cancel our today's lecture because the today's room, today's location is really not location is really not suitable for our lecture, and we might have to schedule it later. And we were just having a laugh and talking about the movement, and we diverted to one topic and the other, and that is how I kind of could remember that sound and the noise. Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan. Up to you.
Thank you for that table topic. And back to you, T Mod.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. Now, we have heard the stories about how you have celebrated your birthday, your emotions, how that have evolved. Now, next question is, how would you like to celebrate your birthday? So let's start with my partner for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sanskar. What is your ideal birthday celebration?
Beyond the cakes and the presents, My ideal birthday is celebrating it somewhere, hmm, maybe celebrating it with the people, most likely, because I remember that my 18th birthday, and I told you that I had went to a lounge just right before my birthday, ordered myself a long iced tea that and I could finally order a cocktail, not a mocktail, but a cocktail. I could finally remember the moment I was in the bar listening to music, my father, my mom, just being with me, and I could remember the drink, everybody just having that cheers moment, and kind of I can remember that, and that is something very ideal. And it's not just the lounge where I had gone to, but you take a pause and you are with your loved ones. That is how I would like to celebrate my birthday. What would be
Well,
yours, Shanak?
well, you said, I would like people to be on my birthday. My question, with whom you were celebrating till now?
Hmm.
If you want people on your birthday now,
With whom?
with whom you were celebrating your birthdays till now, if you want people now on your birthday.
Okay, if I had to make a
No,
list
that's not
of
a question. That's what you said. That I want people on my birthday. So I am asking you with whom you
Hmm.
were celebrating till now. If you want people on your birthday now, I thought you will be celebrating all your birthdays with people around you.
Okay.
Well, my idea of birthday has changed quite a lot now. It's not about eating food, going out with for a dinner or inviting friends over and all. I still feel we should do something for the people who are not that privileged. We are privileged. We can celebrate but think about the people who doesn't know even their birthdays. Forget about anything else. Spend time with your families and all, but keep some time. At least everyone should be doing that. But at least if you want to do it over your birthday, that would be a great idea. Celebrate with the birthday with those people as well. Where you can give them some sort of happiness. You get some happiness from them. That's what I start thinking about now, and I really intend to do something on those lines sooner or later.
That is a good that is a good way to celebrate. I actually kind of remembered a story right on behalf of that the thing you right now talked about. So there was this girl and Angeli or whatever, just take a girl, and she used to celebrate it with her friends, family. It was all normal, but and then this just the story right now. I could remember, yeah, she also mentioned the fact that she also celebrated it with their uh, with those kids who didn't have the privilege. And I believe that I didn't think of that, and I should think of that right now. And that is a great way of sharing. Thank you, Shaunak, for sharing.
So it's about what gives you happiness. If
Hmm.
your happiness comes with parting, do that. But my happiness, maybe with time, this is what I have realized now, and so for the others. But let's hear their thoughts. Toastmaster Aaron, what's your thought on that?
I don't have any many thoughts on what my ideal birthday would be like. Probably just a normal day. People WhatsApping me and wishing me, but I'm pretty content with my daily routine right now, so I would want to keep it the same. Not a fan of partying or drinking or any stuff like that. Maybe I would get together with some awesome Toastmaster and write a speech or something like that. But for the most part, I would want it to be like a normal day.
Interesting to hear that. But yeah, now you can think about giving party to your at least Toastmaster colleagues here. We won't mind
I'll think about it.
that. Atufa, what's your thought on that? What is your to be birthday idea?
So my definition of birthday has changed a lot as I grew up. So before, like few years back, I used to be very excited about the birthdays. Now it's like normal, usual, like, so it's nothing grand. I don't even expect people to wish me. So I'm all good. I'm all chill about it. Yeah.
No, no, don't be that into that zone.
Yeah, I'm in that spot right now. So yeah, it's like everything's like pretty normal for me. Nothing excites me a lot. So yeah.
My
Expect a lot of
friends,
wishes tomorrow.
and you are wrong. You are here for a purpose, and you should celebrate that. Until or unless you will not celebrate it, how will you enjoy the world? So start with
But
yourself.
yeah, I will take note of that.
Let's, in the interest of the time, and before we move on to the last section of this today's meeting, which is the most important one, which is the evaluation fee piece. This was a very interesting topic. It was close to my heart, bring a lot of immense joy and peace for me, when I spoke on that today. And I hope that would have followed with you all as well. So let's move on to our final part of this meeting today, which is the evaluation part. I would like to call upon the general evaluator today for today's meeting, Toastmaster Aryan, to come and share the overall evaluation of today's meeting and introduce to his counterparts to share the timer report and the grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan.
All right. I have a huge report for today's meeting, and I would like to begin with the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Vineet, and the evaluator was Toastmaster Anshuman. So, first, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Anshuman for the speech evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan. Toastmaster Vineet touched upon a topic which is so close to heart for all of us, which is work-life balance. And is work-life balance a misnomer, or is it actually a bifurcation between work and life? And if it is a bifurcation between work and life, how to draw that boundary, as he called it? So definitely, first of all, excellent selection of the topic and the theme itself, which is work-life balance, which resonates with this audience of Toastmasters. With that, he started at the beginning by questioning all of us of our existence itself. Are we living a life with the right work-life balance? When we are commuting, we are working, we are spending time with family. That resonated deeply with all of us at an emotional level, where all of us could feel what Toastmaster Vineet was trying to convey. That is work-life balance, a priority which give ourselves day to day. He followed up that with different examples, stories, anecdotes, metaphors, concluding with solutioning of how we can actually think about work life balance and draw that literal line to ensure that we do not get burnt out, we do not uh, get into a whirlwind or a spiral which might be difficult to get out of. So, definitely, overall, from a speech theme perspective, emotional resonance perspective, structuring the speech perspective, Toastmaster Vineet did a great job. Along with that, Toastmaster Vineet has a strength of exuding passion, exuding energy, exuding that vocal variety from his speech, which comes directly from his heart. So that's definitely Toastmaster Vineet's strength, which he can keep on honing, tweaking, adopting, evolving as he evolves in his speech journey. So definitely that's one of his strengths. To challenge himself for the upcoming speeches, Toastmaster Vineet can work on the pausing aspect of his speeches. The Toastmaster speeches, so Toastmaster Vineet's speech was in a direct flow, moving from one theme to another, one idea to another, without letting the audience breathe. The Toastmaster Vineet, we could see that you were really passionate about the idea. You had quite deep thoughts about how work life balance should work. At the same time, when you're questioning the audience, when you're sharing a deep idea, you might want to give a long pause for the message to land with the audience. That has a dramatic effect too, and will give you also a breather to think through ideas and maybe enrich it more than it is already. That's one aspect of it. Second is the body language aspect of it. Since Toastmaster Vineet's uh, camera angle purview is limited, maybe his hand gestures or body language can be more accentuated by having the right camera frame. So overall, great theme, deep emotional resonance, good vocal variety. How Toastmaster Vinny can challenge himself is pausing a lot more in his speeches. And second, also accentuating his speech through body language. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ari.
Thank you for that evaluation. Now I will move on to my tag team. First, I would like to call upon timer Toastmaster Nancy to share her report. Over to you, Toastmaster Nancy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan. I am sharing my screen. Okay, so here is the timer report. Speeches, Vineet had 9 minutes 20 seconds. Table topics, Shaunak had 1 minute 16 seconds. Vineet, 1 minute 36 seconds. Aryan, 1 minute 20 seconds. Atufa, 50 seconds. Sanskar, 1 minute 30 seconds. And for the evaluation, Anshuman had 3 minutes 32 seconds. So Vineet had, Vineet crossed the limit, so it was nine. It has to be between 5 to 7 minutes, so it was 9 minutes 20 seconds, and Atufa it was little short, so maybe you can extend it to further 10 to 20 seconds, ideally, to be within the limit of table topics. Evaluation it has to be between 3 minutes, so it crossed 30 seconds more. So that's about the timer report. Toastmaster Aryan, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy. And now I'd like to hand over to Toastmaster Anshuman for the language evaluator report. Over to you,
Thanks
Toastmaster.
a lot, Toastmaster Aryan. Starting with the R counter report. I'll share first of all the individual observations for the R counter report, starting with Toastmaster Shaunak and all the role players in their respective capacities. So Toastmaster Shaunak used very few filler sounds or words. Mostly it was smooth delivery with occasional some ers during the transitions. The Toastmaster Sanskar displayed a good control in his respective roles today. There were some few uhs and so's which slipped while explaining some examples, but overall it was a good display of control. Toastmaster Aaron showed great confidence as always in his respective roles, but there's some reliance on say you know and basically a few times, but overall like good show of confidence. I mean, Toastmaster Nancy, pretty clean structure overall. There were a couple of moments while gathering thoughts, but overall quite clean that ways. I mean, Toastmaster Vineet, as already shared, like in the between the strong content he had, there were a bit of so's and actually which appeared in the sentences, but overall it looked quite strong. Toastmaster Bob, very clear speaking style. There were one or two minor fillers that were there, but did not impact the speeches at all. And soon to be Toastmaster Atufa, um, quite expressive delivery. There are few fillers like say and right, but nothing excessive. Overall, quite a good performance today. Coming to the grammarian report, in terms of good usages, we had phrases like the guilt trap we are living in, perform to the best of your ability, your story built anticipation. He navigated the challenge with remarkable composure. Let's explore this idea from another angle. The example you gave was a vivid picture of your experience. So, not so good usages, which can be made better, are I was like, kind of surprised. So you fillers like can be avoided. He don't know what happened. So he should be. He doesn't know what happened. Basically, I wanted to say that the basically word can be removed, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. So did not add too much of a meaning. Could have been. avoid it. And the word of the day, which is hey day, wasn't used by our role players. Will those suggest using the word of the day hey day in our day-to-day usage as much as possible? Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you for the report. I believe Toastmaster Shanak used the word of the day twice and once Toastmaster Nancy, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I might have clearly missed that then. So thank you for the usages, Toastmaster Nancy, Toastmaster.
All right. And thank you for the report. I will just like to put a voting link in the chat now for everybody to vote. And in the meanwhile, I would like to go through the table topic evaluations as GE. Toastmaster Shanak, for your table topic, I forgot that I had to evaluate the table topics and I do not have an evaluation. Toastmaster Vineet, I'll move on to you. You were able to communicate the feeling very well and explain to us the relevance for you about the laugh of a child, and you were able to connect that to your personal experience. You did that very well. The message was there, the feeling was there. Just a minor technical recommendation: if you can take your system and move it like this, you would be able to have your hands be in the frame and be able to use them to explain your point and incorporate some visual novelty into your speech. That is one recommendation. I will move on to Toastmaster Nancy. Toastmaster Nancy, your the feeling was also well communicated in your table topic with the rain, and I could see you were, you were feeling for sure the kind of feeling that rain gives you, which is the somber vibe, trying to relax and just wanting to have a cup of tea maybe. And I the same recommendation for you as well would be to put your screen a little bit like this so that your hands are visible, because you're definitely using your hands. I can see that in like the corner of the frame like that. But if it's lower, then your hands suddenly come in frame and you're doing the exact same thing, but it's more visible to me. That's a recommendation if you're giving a speech online. And I felt that you could have incorporated a little bit more story if you could have thought about where rain has been relevant to you, how it has affected you, or why that feeling is relevant to you, or why you feel that feeling in the first place. That would give you more things to talk about in your table topic. That is one recommendation for you. Moving on to be Toastmaster Atufa. To be Toastmaster Atufa, you had the tea, the coffee. You were able to talk about it quite well. You were able to explain it, the relevance of it. I felt that you can expand on it, just like when Toastmaster Bob asked you and you were able to talk more about it. Your table topic was mostly focused on the informative, about the information around tea. What we want to ideally get a balance of is the informative as well as more of the entertaining, you can say, or more of the personal experience. So what makes your table topic or your speech valuable is you're bringing your own personal perspective to it, and your stories, your maybe your experience is very relevant in terms of any speech or any table topic that you give. So maybe think more about how your personal experience can bring something new to this topic. That would really help you. Moving to Toastmaster Sanskar. So Toastmaster Sanskar, you were able to find a good angle on a novel topic, and you were able to communicate that well. One recommendation I have for you is that if you take a little bit of a pause, you would be able to deliver some things well. So for example, you would be you had an interesting angle on the story, but you could have communicated it better if you had just taken a pause, because sometimes if we are kind of anxious of being on stage, we want to speak so fast that we don't have time to think, and it's one sentence here and then, oh, I should have said that, and yet then you given some other sentence that is not in conjunction with the previous one, and then you get a third one and then a fourth one. So if I would have given this table topic, I would have since the beginning said, oh, that is a very familiar noise to me. Actually, you might not think so, but there's a farmland right behind my college, and every once in a while we're having a class, and it essentially the class is completely disrupted because that sound is all we can hear. So if you can think more about how you want to have that punchline happen with the cows mooing, you will be able to strike that better. Overall, if I evaluate the meeting, the the new challenge that we took on was very well done. The quote mods was quite interesting, and how you were able to pass the stage back and forth and keep the conversation going with everybody. We started a little bit late, so would encourage all of you in the future to join by 10:20 or 10:25 so that we can begin planning the roles and seeing who all are available. Besides that, a great job from the table topic master, the GE, and all the role players. And with that, I believe we are ready for the results. Let me see how many votes we have. All right, I believe I would just like to check once if you have voted. Please raise your hand once. I would just like to check that everybody has voted. Toastmaster Nancy, the link is in the chat.
It was not working for me. Some issue I was facing.
Okay, can you
Multiple times I tried, but let me try it again.
just once again, if you can open it? Toastmaster Anshuman, have you voted?
Not working for me, I don't know.
What is it showing for you?
Site can't be reached. I don't know what is the issue. Maybe some network or
All
try
right.
to reload multiple times, not working for me.
Okay, might have been some technical issue, no
Could be,
problem.
could be.
Just give me 1 second. Would you like to vote through me once? We'll just take 1 minute.
Okay.
Apologies for the technical issues. This is my first time managing a voting session. Toastmaster Harsh is not available. Yes, best table topic, Toastmaster Nancy.
Table topic master was Bob only.
Best table topic. Who gave the best table topic?
Oh, okay. I have to think. Options I could see then. Beneath
Okay. And best role player?
you.
Thank you. And best tag role player, I have given it to yourself.
Okay.
And I believe we have all the votes. Toastmaster Anshuman, can you confirm that you have voted?
Sorry, voted for?
The best role players. The link is in the chat. Have you voted? The poll.
Um,
Yes, no, maybe.
yes, I have.
All right. Then we are ready for the results. Okay. We'll begin with best table topic. Any guesses? Toastmaster Vineet, any guesses? Toastmaster Sanskar, Toastmaster Janak.
Toastmaster Mank.
Toastmaster Shonak.
Okay.
Master Mank is number.
And in 3, 2, 1, the best table topic award goes to Toastmaster Shanak. All right, next we have the best role player award. That is, we have two team mods, we have a TTM, and we have a GE. And any guesses, Toastmaster Vineet?
Role player is Anshuman.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And the best role player award goes to Toastmaster Shanak again.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so elated.
Anshuman is not there in the list. What happened?
Anshuman is not a role player, he's a tag role player. He's
Acha,
not part of
sorry.
this voting.
Acha, tag role. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
And the best tag role player, any guesses?
I'll
All
also
right.
Anshuman.
keep the same.
The award
I'll go
goes
for the
to
same.
Anshuman.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And with that, I will close the poll results. Great work, all of you. We had a great meeting and we are right on time. I guess we'll speak one last time to the guest, to be Toastmaster Atufa. Hi.
Yeah, yeah, Aryan.
Hi. Great table topic, by the way.
Thank you.
How did you like the session? Any feedback from your side?
Uh, I really enjoyed today's session, but I did felt like some things were not in order. Just like my mind was stuck on birthdays, and then again, suddenly there came a topic about work-life balance. So I was not able to correlate between the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Atufa, can you just turn on your camera, please?
Okay.
Toastmaster Shonak is the informal camera police in our club.
No,
All
see,
right.
we are doing an online meeting. What's the fun
Yeah.
if you're not visible?
Agreed. Agreed.
Because that's the whole point of having these conversations. So, answering to your question, Atufa, yes, because the birthday theme is the overall construct of today's meeting, whereas the speech which Toastmaster Vineet has given is on different lines. Now, that's the beauty about the Toastmasters. If you are, if everything is given to you in a structured way, your mind will reciprocate in that particular manner. Whereas the whole idea is to make you enable both for prepared as well as the unprepared things in the life. Because that's how our whole life is. 90% of the things are unplanned. Where you have to, if you're talking to someone, it's an impromptu, any work related assignment that has come to you for the first time, that's impromptu. So we have to be ready for all the things to deal with. And that's how it is that enables us, all of us, to think from all the perspective. And the moment you will start following this journey day on day, month on month, year on year, you'll get into that particular zone, where you can reciprocate to anything that can come to your life, be it prepared or unprepared. I mean,
Right.
if today, if you ask Toastmaster Vineet, he might have prepared for the speech. If you could have asked him to deliver an unprepared speech, speaking continuously for 9 to 10 minutes, he would have delivered that.
Even if it was a cow moving, he would be able to speak about it for 8-9 minutes
Yeah.
very well.
And that's the
More,
beauty about those
more,
table
more.
topics where you are not at all prepared. You don't know what's going to come to you, and you have to speak on that. And the way people have constructed that beautifully, each one of you, is really commendable.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Shonak. And thank you all for joining and making this session a success. And with that, I call meeting number 279 of Right Beginning Toastmasters